ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. That's right. Welcome back to another edition of SMV, a South Park review. Been doing this show for so goddamn long, my voice is going out. This is episode number 240. We are here to wrap up season 16. Each and every week, we break down South Park for you in linear fashion. Hit that like and subscribe button if you like more content like this and you're watching on YouTube, or share, heart, star, rate, review on whatever podcast catcher you choose to use for you. All right, let's get into it, boys. This is Obama Wins. This is season 16, episode number 14. It is the season finale and the 237th overall episode of South Park, as it first aired on November 7, 2012. Eric Cartman is hiding something in his bedroom that could change the entire outcome of the presidential election. Joe, tell us about this episode.
As we said, the 2012 presidential election is coming to a close as people around the United States are submitting their ballots. Up to something, Cartman visits a majority of the swing states and attempts to deceive elderly poll workers. So the day after the election, Barack Obama was reelected, much to the dismay of Ike Brobslavsky, who is sobbing in tears and being comforted by Big Brother Kyle, who reassures him of how great it is to live in a democratic society. Having succeeded in his plan, Cartman calls Kyle over to his house. Right? Something that could change the entire election. Cartman reveals to have stolen thousands of ballots, and of course, Kyle, being Kyle, vows to not let him get away with it, which was also part of Cartman's plan. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Let's do it. Let's roll those clips. Bam. Bam. Bam.
Election day.
Okay,
Election
Mr.
day.
Thompson, voting line is right over there. Next, please.
Oh, I forgot. This is the whole mom. I'm with my mom.
Mom? Mommy? Where's my mommy? Oh, dear, did you lose your mother? Oh, dear, did you lose your mommy?
Who's your mother?
Oh, it's funny because it is interesting that anytime you go to a polling place, it generally ends up being, I don't want to say a senior citizen, but it definitely is an older person running these polls.
I was going to say, it is definitely someone who has had an AARP card mailed to them.
AAA. They got their AAA scoop.
I guess I just got lucky. The last time I went to a polling place to vote, we actually had a couple youngsters. Had to be around Shane and I's age when we voted. But now we get...
Did you guys go out afterwards and crush some puss?
Crush the puss, bro. Puss crush. You know that?
Being in Arizona, lucky at a voting station is qualified by someone not having a rifle there, asking you who you voted for.
That's fair. That's fair. Here's Cartman as he continues.
Little boy? Man! Security!
Hello, boy.
Huh?
And then here comes the cop. And the cop is older than the lady sitting there. You can barely understand anything. And you wonder why the election ballots are going to get taken in this episode when no one's really there to actually secure them.
This little boy lost his mom.
She said to wait for her by the plastic boxes if I got lost.
Yeah, the plastic boxes. What? What does that even mean? Wait for me by the plastic box. Wait for me by where people vote. Yeah. That's not sketch. That's not sus.
I'll be like, little boy, where's your mama? Get out here, little boy. Get out here.
Get out of here.
Sorry.
You little lollipop having ass.
You stay the fuck away from those ballots.
Yeah, I would say it's too sus with that lollipop. I'd be like, sure. Get your words out of here, motherfucker. before I call your mama or some shit. But
Cartman now traveling across the country to different swing states. Sunglasses on. He's hanging out on a flight here. You know, gotta look inconspicuous. Can't
why do I
seen.
feel like this is parodying a movie?
Like Catch Me If You Can style, if you will.
We'll find out.
We'll find out in the trivia section, though.
Well, but realistically speaking, this is a pretty common film trope when they,
yeah.
Like it could be Blow, it could be Catch Me If You Can, it could be like any movie where there's someone getting on and off planes a lot.
North Carolina, 12:18 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Mom! Where's my mom?
Oh, did you lose your mommy, little boy?
So Cartman there was in Charlotte.
Did you lose your mommy, little boy?
Would you like some warm nuts, sir?
Every time Cartman gets asked this, he laughs.
Warm nuts, he said.
All right, so now he's made it to Florida. Again, another swing state. 3:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Here's the throat right in front of her.
You'll probably be able to correct me, but if in enough swing states you capture enough ballots to weigh it to one side, at that point does it kind of matter? If you're taking votes away, say like he's trying to get the Republican Party, so he's taking Democratic votes, right? And in enough states, if you can grab enough to swing it over to Republican from Democrat, doesn't it kind of make a point? Doesn't it matter at that point?
What?
Yeah, it does. It does because you've swung the swing states. Yes. If you steal enough votes, it's going to affect an election, Scoop.
Yeah.
That's kind of how stealing votes works.
What are you asking?
That's literally what you just fucking asked, brother.
I'm glad Joe was able to fucking break it down. It was like, yeah, if you've got like 10 apples over here and 10 apples over here, and I take 7 apples from this pile, does that really mean you have less apples over here? It's like, you just fucking took 7 apples, asshole. That's what I was trying to break it down in my head, to apples. Always go back to the apples and the bananas.
Yes, because you took 7 apples out of those 10. Right. That means the 25 oranges that belong to Florida now go to whichever party Cartman was trying to swing.
Instead of the elephant eating it, then the fucking donkey eats it or something, you know? Are we good, Scoop?
Yeah.
Are we caught up?
Too long, don't read. Yes, stealing elections sways an election, Scoop. Stealing votes sways an election. Anyway. Moving on.
Cartman continues. Warm nuts again.
Warm nuts, sir? Warm nuts? No way, dude.
No way, dude. No way. Every time.
No way.
Okay, now we're in Ohio, 5 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Which doesn't make sense.
What do you mean?
Oh, no, I guess... Well, no, because the times don't add up. It was 4:53 Eastern, right?
Right.
So now it would be 6 p.m. Eastern, wouldn't it, if it's 5 p.m. Central? So he stole those votes, got on a plane within 7 minutes or so, and flew to Ohio from Florida?
Yeah, that's exactly what he's purporting. You know, he hopped right on and hopped right off, dude.
Man, by the way, yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm incredibly fun at parties. You should invite me.
Yeah, definitely.
I can't find my man!
Gets back on the plane.
Your life warm nuts, sir?
Okay, it's getting old.
Now, this part, I would concede with you, this part doesn't really make sense. Now they're in Vegas. There's no way he was able to get from Ohio to Vegas.
No, absolutely not.
No way. All right, so there you go. Cartman has stolen the votes as you've mentioned, and now he's going to call Kyle over, as you also talked about, to gloat. Wednesday, day after the election. Oh, and that's right. You also talked about the fact Kyle was consoling Ike.
The people have spoken, and the President of the United States is once again Barack Obama.
Barack Obama.
I assure you all, I am heading back to the White House more motivated, more titillated.
Titillated. Are you titillated, Scoop?
Is this the Ocean's 11 one?
No, that's 2008.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, wait. I'm having flashbacks here.
We were talking, Matt and I were talking off air about how that's like, well, no, now I'm putting the cart before the horse. We'll talk about that at the end. Stay tuned, motherfuckers.
But yes, this is the second time, the second election of Barack Obama. Are you feeling titillated?
Always. I mean,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, titillate me, baby.
I just want to make sure.
Than ever.
Don't be sad, Ike. Just be happy that you live in a country where people get to elect a president at all.
See, that's a good point. We should be happy that we live in a country that people get to elect a president. Kyle gets a phone call from an unexpected person. A friend or a foe?
Hello?
It's Cartman.
Hey, Cal. What's up?
It's a frenemy.
Nothing, watching the election results.
Yeah,
I figured. It's the day after the election, so you're probably sitting on the couch telling your little brother how great it is to live in a democratic society.
And of course, Kyle begs the question, "Why are you calling me?"
Listen, Kyle, could you come over for a second? I got something I need to show you. What? Please, Kyle. It's kind of important.
Because I need to gloat in front of your face that I'm amazing. Kyle, now
All right, what is this all about, Fast? You happy with the election results last night, Kyle? It doesn't matter if I am or not. People voted, and I stand behind the president. It's such a democratic thing to say, Cal. What if I were to...
Well, I mean, that is, because it's generally the truth, you know? It is a democratic thing to say. If the votes are counted and your candidate loses or wins, you technically just, support the American general population's thought process. I mean, when Trump was the president, whether I liked or disliked him or not, I was like, well, he's the president.
Yeah, he got the electoral college votes.
Yeah, when Biden won, I wasn't a big fan of Biden or Trump. If Biden won, all right, well, Biden's the president. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm American. Like, that's my president right now.
I dislike both so much that I voted for Yeezy.
Well, Cartman's going to show Kyle.
Tell you that I have something in my room that could change the entire election. Sure you do. What if I did, Cal? What could you possibly have in your room that could change the outcome of the election?
He just opens the door. Boom. Now, as we mentioned about from his travels there, apparently we got Idaho, Colorado, North Carolina, Florida,
Wisconsin.
Pretty sweet, huh?
Yeah,
What the hell
Wyoming. I saw Wyoming in there.
is this? What's it look like? Hundreds of thousands of votes from
Yeah, Ohio, Colorado, North Carolina.
all the swing states. I don't believe it. No, really. There are states full of swingers. Bunch of perverts, if you ask me.
That's funny.
Oh, God, I wish that were the truth.
Is that the truth? I was going to say, maybe we should investigate. Because Colorado, I know for sure was not.
No.
We haven't hit these other states, so we can investigate.
I mean, Vegas definitely has swingers.
In my mind,
it's
I'm going
Vegas.
to Carolina. What? Can't you see the sunshine? Anyway, can't you see the swinger? Here's Carmen.
Why do you have these? Funny how voting works in this country, isn't it, Cal? Each one
Oh, Virginia. Meet Virginia. Oh, there's a New Hampshire there in the background.
of these, a person. Someone who took the time to actually get themselves informed. Actually got up and drove to a voting area to make sure their voice was heard.
It's pretty fucked up.
My fucking god.
He just killed somebody's voice. And he did it on purpose.
It's so to prove a point.
Just to prove a point to fucking Kyle, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, here's another patriotic American. He probably spent hours listening to all those president ads and tuned into every debate. Knock it off, Cartman! Now, believe it or not, Kyle, I actually need your help. But first you have to promise not to tell anyone. You're not getting away with this, you fat turd!
Cartman walks away.
And as we said, that's exactly what Cartman was planning on.
I was gonna say as if he knew all along, Joe.
So basically, at this point, we are back in Washington, D.C., where Obama, already back on the job, receives a call from General So, who demands compensation for helping him get reelected. That's right, folks. Obama got help from the Chinese to win the 2012 election. You heard it here first, 12 years later. Knowing the bargain and the deal that was
YouTube
like my
for YouTube purposes.
My favorite fucking soundbite. So, allegedly, knowing the deal that Obama made, he agrees to meet the general at an undisclosed location. At this point, Kyle's already gone to the police, and 2 police officers get 2 Cartmans to investigate Kyle's accusation of voter fraud. I don't know if it's voter fraud as much as just like straight up ballot theft. After an unwarranted search, which I would call total shenanigans on, the ballots are found missing. Cartman has already moved them, which, I mean, Cartman, we've already seen, is at least 2 steps ahead, playing that game of human chess. Now, seeing that the police have been duped and are not going to be of much help anymore because they found no evidence, Kyle gets help from Stan, Kenny, Butters, Tolkien, Greg, Jimmy, and Timmy. They meet at the basketball court where Kyle tells everyone about Cartman's plan, and at that point learns that Butters might be involved. They corner Butters, and him being allergic to almonds make him eat a single almond M&M. Or no, I'm sorry, excuse me. Butters eats the M&M, looking back at the notes, to avoid having to give away any information. Which is like, it's really funny because, and I'm probably going to cover this in trivia, and if not, I'm going to cover it now. If you're a sick fuck like me, cyanide actually like tastes like almonds. I can't remember like if there's something you do with enough almonds, you can make cyanide with it.
Yes.
And so
Cyanide, yes.
I kind of like the tie-in there. You know, is that just like a military thing we know, Scoop, or are we just like united on this fuck front?
It's not exactly the most common knowledge, but I think we're in a minority that kind of know that.
Right. But yeah, today you learned, or you may have learned through this podcast, that cyanide is almond based. Anyway, moving on.
Moving on.
Oh no, not allegedly at all.
YouTube.
Not allegedly. That's ignorant.
Allegedly.
YouTube.
Allegedly. That was
You're
That's ignorant.
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 You're all just ignorant. So,
You want to jump into some clips here?
Sure. I really need to see Butters try to kill himself.
All right,
Jesus.
Obama first.
Well, yeah, of course.
Mr.
Boom,
President.
baby.
Yes? Line 2 from China for you, sir. It's General Chow.
Yes, hello, General. We presume you are pleased.
Well, your praise. You can just see Trey in the studio doing this and hear him. It's funny.
With the election results? Very pleased. Thank you for your help. And you, no doubt, will now begin fitting your side of the bargain.
Well, we'll be forgetting your side of the bargain. So yes, they got the Chinese guy, General, here now, of course, making his threat to Obama.
You'll have what you want. Meet you in 3 hours.
What could that be? We don't know yet, but we'll get there.
Sir, the election may have gone the way they said, but we can't possibly give the Chinese what you promised.
I don't know how they did it, but the Chinese secured my victory.
The Chinese secured Obama's victory, so he's got to go through with whatever it is. Here's Kyle now with the cops as he's going to show back up at Cartman's house.
No.
You mind if we search your room?
I'm sorry, but I know my rights. You can't search my room without a warrant.
That's a good point. You can't just barge into somebody's house without a warrant.
And I'm afraid I can't give you permission. This isn't a joke,
Yeah.
Cartman. You have to believe me, officer. The outcome of the election depends on it.
Let's just see.
Hey, you can't do that.
That's true. You can't do that. You can't just bust into somebody's house. Now you got a lawsuit on your hands.
Upstairs, first door on the left. I know my rights.
Yeah,
Stop
you
right
totally
now.
can't do that. And Cartman is right there, but like at the same time, you'd think with an accusation like that, the cops would have had a warrant before getting
Sure.
to the house.
Sure, but this is of course
Right.
this is of course a genius move by Cartman, because by making them barge in now on Kyle in a quote unquote cry wolf type situation, they're not going to go back to his house a second time without getting an actual warrant, right?
Right. Well, even if they get a warrant at this point, even if they had found every single fucking ballot there, doesn't fucking matter.
True.
But they were here. I swear it.
I like how Cartman is going to play the victim about losing his American freedom, his American liberties here, or something like that.
Stacks and stacks of ballots from states all over the country. I was always told that we lived in a country based on freedom. That the one thing that made America different was the government could never barge into our lives unwarranted. But it's all changing,
Yep.
isn't it? Ever since Obama was first elected, it's all changing.
Oh my God. What have we done? Guess this country is changing. We're sorry, little boy. We're so sorry.
We're sorry, boy. We're so sorry.
I wonder
It's
if
just
Matt
like
and
the
Trey,
look of shame.
I wonder if Matt and Trey are like diehard Republicans or something.
No, I think they just play both sides and make fun of both sides. Of
Yeah.
everything.
Okay. That's what I originally thought.
I mean, they've been pretty consistent, I thought, in making fun of both sides.
Both
So,
sides. Yeah, I think they just have common sense.
yeah,
Nice.
we all know our choices between a douche and a turd.
In a turd.
A douche and a turd sandwich.
Please, you've got to believe me. They still got to be here somewhere. We have to find them.
Cartman.
But where could they be?
Where could they be?
Where? And why would I care so much about the election results? So many questions, Kyle. So little time.
God, he's just teasing the fuck out of him. It's so great.
So Kyle takes off. Yeah, he tries to get the rest of the boys.
Somewhere. He's changed the outcome of the election.
And as you mentioned, Butters, of course, is going to know something.
Wow, really? That's pretty impressive. Come on, you guys.
Stan, that's pretty impressive, actually. If he's managed to change the outcome of the election. He's right. That is pretty impressive if he was able to do that.
He's hid them somewhere. We have to find them. But I thought Obama won pretty easily last night. Dude, because of the Electoral College, these votes in swing states can really matter. I don't understand that stuff at all. I need Morgan Freeman to explain it to me. Yeah, I love when Morgan Freeman explains stuff. Whenever I'm confused about what's going on in a movie, I'm always so relieved when Morgan Freeman shows up and explains the plot to me.
This is a good point. Morgan Freeman, for a period of time, was in a lot of movies as a narrator. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He would
it's
just show up and he explained things to you, and you were like, thanks, Morgan Freeman.
fair.
Scoop, did you appreciate Morgan Freeman showing up and giving you the light, showing you the way
Every time.
every time?
You know it. That voice is just so sultry, so soothing, so
Butter.
everything.
It's
They told Morgan he has to get that vocal chocolate onto film.
Vocal chocolate. I like it.
Butters now.
Me. God damn it, this is serious, you guys! Cartman has stolen the election! Well, maybe Cartman had a good reason. Butters, you know something, don't you? Huh? Well, no, why? What did Cartman tell you? He didn't tell me nothing, and I swore to secrecy. It's really important, Cal, and it isn't what you think.
Fucking Butters.
He didn't tell me nothing, and I swore to secrecy.
He's fucked up. He didn't have to say shit. Well, maybe he had a reason. I mean, it's a logical statement, but coming from Butters.
Oh, yes, and yep. And here's where Butters pops that almond M&M. It's like he probably has on him for when Steven grounds him.
That's true. The emergency situation.
Don't make me say any more. Tell us what you know right now. I can't, don't you see? Don't make me swallow this. I'll do it. Is that an M&M? It's an almond M&M. I'm very allergic to almonds. Please, just leave me alone. Then you have to tell us.
So Butters takes it.
Oh, shit! Don't let him swallow it. Pry his mouth open.
I don't understand how he faints here, though. Like, it's not that... Like, he doesn't have to be that reactive to that situation.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone goes into anaphylaxis. Yeah.
It's funny that he keeps the fucking almond in his pocket, though. And it's coated with chocolate, so it won't get him.
And it's in a little holder, so he had like a little almond. He had like in a little pill holder, and instead of a pill, it was an almond that came out. A little M&M, almond M&M.
That's almost like how Batman keeps a tiny little piece of kryptonite on him to keep Clark in check.
That's it. He keeps it right near the tip of his penis. Yeah.
Cock ring made out of kryptonite.
Bruce, why is your dick glowing? Shut up and suck it.
Shut up and suck it, bitch. The Batman is here. That's why they come with the Batman.
By the way,
someone call for sexy Batman.
And remember, Batman doesn't go down on anyone after, I can't remember Never mind.
All right.
No, keep going.
Oh, yeah.
Butters, where are the ballots going? Where are they going? I hate almonds.
Butters, I hate them. All right, so Butters has fainted now, and Joe, why don't you go ahead and we'll get back into here. Tell us what's going on.
So at Red Lobster now, Cartman is enjoying the spoils of crab and lobster as he and General Chow wait Barack Obama's arrival. Before Obama arrives, however, Cartman tells Chow that the deal between him and Chow is going to be altered. When Obama enters the restaurant, Obama makes sure that everyone is out of the restaurant, that the restaurant is cleared, and begins talking about the ballots with the general. Meanwhile, at the hospital, Kyle, Stan, Kenny, and the crew are visiting Butters, who is falls deep in anaphylactic shock as everything is all swollen on his head. At this point, Kyle is truly playing hardball and is threatening to get Steven involved if Butters does not give up the information about Cartman's plan. And this leads to probably one of my favorite moments in this series where Butters' speech is muffled and Kenny is the one translating everything to everyone for Butters. And this is when the boys find out that the ballots are to be exchanged at the Red Lobster.
Cartman eating, chowing down, Red Lobster. Getting his full fix.
More melted butter, sir?
You just can't get iodine poisoning. It's
Little
gonna
boy,
be great.
the president is on his way to pick up the ballots. Where are they?
They're nearby. Very safe and sound.
Jeez.
I just might want to...
It's a lot of crap.
Eric's got some balls. No, you get them. Shut the fuck up, bitch. I'm trying to remember that.
Right? Bitch, I am eating crab legs.
Right?
alter our deal a little bit.
The president will be here in moments with what we want.
Yeah, tell me again exactly what you plan on doing with it.
Oh my God, it's the president!
So, of course, President Obama walks in, and apparently he's going to ask the restaurant to leave so he can have a nice meal quietly. This one guy over here, I didn't vote for him.
Thank you all for your votes of confidence. If I could just be a little rude and ask for a nice quiet meal in private? Oh, of course! Come on, let's let the president have some peace and quiet.
Wow, the president eats at Red Lobster. He's just a normal guy like me.
Come on, guys, president says get out.
I didn't actually vote for him.
Not my president.
Jeez.
So,
What do
Not your country, then.
Why do I have to
where
leave
my
Red
country
Lobster?
go?
Where my country go?
Why do I gotta read?
So, as we were alluding to earlier, this is where Obama meets with the general and Eric Cartman to discuss the ballots.
All right, where are the ballots? Your friend has had a severe allergic reaction.
So, of course, Cartman, they're ending the scene. Obama not even acknowledging him yet. But now we're talking, as you were talking about the almonds, Butters had a severe allergic reaction.
Can we please just try and talk to him?
All right, but don't take too long.
Butters. He's just all messed up. It's funny. He kind of looks like an almond.
And like his parents aren't even there.
Right?
Butters have to tell us what Cartman is up to. I didn't want to have to do this, but if you don't tell us, I'm going to tell your dad you helped get the wrong person elected president. Then just tell me what Cartman
Please, you can't, he said.
Yeah.
is up to.
Okay.
And now nobody knows what he's saying. Nobody knows what he's saying.
What'd he say? Oh. Well, what do you mean the election isn't the biggest thing that happened this week? What? You mean the
I
missile
like how
defense
Kenny
program?
has to translate.
Butters, where is Cartman supposed to hand over the ballots?
And
Red Lobster. They look at Kenny. Hey, Red Lobster.
Where?
Red Lobster.
He said at...
like the three people that can't fucking be understood.
Red... Oh, Red Lobster.
Oh, Red Lobster.
Kenny is so fucking pissed.
Oh, that's a classic South Park joke right there. That's good. I like that. That was a nice.
Yeah, like I
quote.
said, it's probably one of my favorite moments in the series. They just
That's
like
good.
go between the three guy. Like it would have been like just a little bit better if they had been able to throw Timmy in there. Timmy!
General,
All right, back now at Red Lobster.
now, do you have the missing ballots or not? Sure, we have the ballots, but we don't have them right here with us now. Okay, you want me to come in again? We can start over. What the is this?
Obama laying down the law. Wow, wow.
All right, where are the missing ballots? President Obama? Oh, God damn it, Carl. I was just about to get what I wanted.
Mr. President, we got you reelected.
Now you will give us the Star Wars technology so that we can make the sequels. I told you China would get the rights to Star Wars from Disney as long as my presidency was secure. Until I have those ballots, it is not secure.
Wait a minute. The rights to Star Wars the movies? What the hell is going on here?
What's going on is
And of course, as we mentioned before, Morgan Freeman's going to show up and explain it all.
the sale of America's greatest asset. You see, when the United States created Star Wars, it made this country incredibly powerful.
Made this big.
The greatest film franchise in history.
I don't know how a movie made us incredibly powerful, but that's funny.
Morgan Freeman?
Morgan Freeman?
Earlier this week, Lucas signed the rights to Star Wars over to Disney, and the Chinese saw a way to obtain it for themselves. The Chinese government knew that President Obama would help them take the rights from Disney if...
Oh, basically what they're saying, it's all a coup here. The Chinese helped to win the election so they could get the rights to the Star Wars.
They helped him get reelected.
Oh.
Yeah.
But the child
Craig.
who actually stole the ballots has hidden them and won't give them to anyone until his demands are met. You've all got quite a mess on your hands. I wish you well with it.
And then, of course, the question is asked, how come every time something needs explaining, you show up? Well, it's because it gets a freckle.
It's just one thing, Morgan Freeman. How come every time something convoluted needs explaining, you show up?
Because every time I show up and explain something, I earn a freckle.
A freckle. Stupid.
And- And this is where we find out Cartman's angle in all of this, as at this point the general demands the ballots from Cartman, and Cartman is not going to release them until he gets what he wants, and we find out that what he wants is a role in the next Star Wars movie, at which point Cartman disappears in a puff of smoke.
Bye-bye, Cart.
Bye-bye, Cartman.
So here's the deal, General Tsao, Mr. President. When the Chinese make the sequels, I get to play the part of Luke Skywalker's son, Cartman Skywalker.
That was not the deal.
Skywalker.
We will not be buried by you.
Well then, I guess we're about to play a game of chicken, General Tsao.
Yeah. It's my favorite Chinese food dish, too.
I love General Tso's. So good.
And Cartman disappeared.
I get it. General Tsao's chicken.
God damn it. Thank you, Jimmy.
Jimmy's so
So-
good. All right.
At
As you
this point...
Go
Oh,
ahead.
yep. So, now the FBI... The president is a duck?
The president is a duck?
Shit coming out of his mouth. Is being told by the FBI about the missing ballots. Back in the town of South Park, the boys are searching Cartman's house and turning it upside down for the ballots when Leanne gets back to the house and grounds Cartman preemptively, basically. Seeing the Slave One heading to the house, the boys go outside and are met by Mickey Mouse, Mickey declaring that he owns Star Wars and wanting to know where the missing ballots are. And god damn it, anytime Mickey gets involved, it's fucking amazing.
People are gonna die.
That too. Also, meanwhile, at Hell's Pass Hospital, Cartman is at the hospital, disappointed in Butters that he ratted all the plans out to to the boys, and as a way to either get revenge or silence Butters from talking any further, he slips Butters another almond M&M as he tells Butters that the ballots are in a place that people in town barely even know exists. And we've seen that place before.
News. There are rumors of hundreds of thousands of stolen ballots. You might have won the election after all.
There's nothing here, Kyle. Anything in the basement, Jimmy? Just old junk and boxes of Eric's mom's dildos. Well, keep looking.
Oh my goodness, what's going on?
Sorry, Miss Cartman, but your son took some things that didn't belong to him.
Oh, I've told him to respect people's property. What did he take?
He stole ballots in all the swing states so the wrong person was elected president.
Oh, well, no TV for him for a few days.
Oh, well, no TV for him. For a few days.
Chip!
Just what the dickens is going on here, huh?
Oh, shit, it's him again.
What's this about a deal with the Chinese? I own all this shit now. I own the Death Star. I own Tatooine. It's all mine. Where are the missing ballots?
And like, Mickey don't even give a fuck about the election. He just wants his shit. Ain't nobody selling his shit.
Here's Butters now, as he's, as you mentioned, Joe, as Cartman's going to slip another almond M&M.
Butters. You just couldn't keep your mouth shut, could you, Butters?
I didn't say anything. I apologize.
I guess we learned that when it comes to Star Wars, we can't trust anyone. Not the president, not the Chinese, not you.
Hey, Dad. I tried to what I said.
Shh, it's okay, Butters. Nobody's gonna find the election ballots. I have them hidden away somewhere nobody would ever look. A place in town people barely even know exists.
He just shoves another piece of almond M&M into his mouth. So dark.
So that place turns out to be Stevenson's Hummer, where the Hummer salesman, as we've seen before, unsuccessfully tries to sell Hummers, as we've seen throughout the years, not so much lately. Meanwhile, in Anaheim, California, at Disneyland, a lot of Star Wars characters and vehicles are starting to show up, including in AT-ST and TIE fighters. It is there that Mickey is welcomed by two stormtroopers who have captured Eric Cartman. Mickey, at this point, sweats Cartman, demanding to know where the missing ballots are, knowing that they're hidden in a secret location. Mickey attempts to bribe Cartman at this point, but and not really caring about the next Star Wars beyond the fact that it's going to make him a shit ton of money. Mickey agrees to Cartman's demands, gives him the part as Luke Skywalker's son, Cartman Skywalker, and convinces Cartman to join Mickey's side, which is very heavily implied to be the dark side.
Hey, guys! Looking to buy a Hummer today? We're having a Rocktober sales event that's going into Rockvember.
Yeah, this guy, 2012, 2013, he obviously, trying to sell cars. And at this point, Hummers were kind of on their way out as far as fads go. People weren't really interested in them anymore.
And, I thought they had already gone under and stuff. I thought they were a victim of the financial crisis in 2008.
Yeah, and they fucking sucked on the battlefield. They were a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Fuck. Dude, that was a piece of shit.
So what you're saying is they weren't good military vehicles, Scoop?
No, really, no. They were always breaking the fuck down full of sand. The only thing they were good for is blocking bullets.
So continuing on here at the Hummer sales office.
Hey there! Interested in test driving a Hummer today? I can see you. The Ray-Bans, got that nice bicep hanging out the window, rolled down. What do you think?
He speeds up.
Rockvember sales event, guys. Every Hummer comes with a free Segway. Hey, why
All
don't
the
you
votes
shut
behind
up?
it.
I'm just excited about all these deals, that's all.
Just excited
That one
about all
guy.
these deals, that's all.
This guy, this is funny. He's got all the votes behind him, and he's not even paying
Just
attention.
doesn't notice.
Every Hummer comes with a free Segway. Hey, why don't you shut up? I'm just excited about all these deals, that's all.
We found him, sir, but still no sign of the missing ballots.
Go on, leave us alone. Now listen, little boy. The reason this country works is because people go out and vote. Every vote counts, and you
Cut the crap, Mouse. You only care about the election results because Romney would have been tougher on the Chinese.
Why don't you just tell me where the missing ballots are? It'll make your death a lot less painful.
Trust me, they're somewhere nobody will ever find them. If you kill me, then Obama will stay president, and you'll lose Star Wars to the Chinese forever.
Pretty neat, huh? How would you like to have one?
I can get those at Kmart. If you want me to switch sides, you have to do better than
Dream
that.
come true.
Like what?
I want a part in the new movies.
Well then, why didn't you just come to me in the first place? If you want to be in the next Star Wars, I'm your guy, huh?
I get to be Luke Skywalker's son, and there has to be a character called Chewbacca.
You could be Luke's son, you could be Han Solo's son. I don't give two shits in a popsicle.
Really? Well then, I suppose that making the votes public is the right thing to do. I can get the ballots for you. But if I'm going to smuggle them here, I'm going to need a blaster and a tauntaun.
Sure thing. I got tauntauns coming out my asshole, huh?
So, as they were saying in the scene, they released the news about the missing ballots. As they said in the clip, they decide to release the news about the missing ballots, and it was actually Kyle that gets on the air first, informing viewers of what to look for as far as the missing ballots, and at that point, also makes a General Tso's chicken joke, which leads to him getting a $5,000 gift certificate to P.F. Chang's. The ironic thing there being that they don't call it General Tso's chicken there, they call it General Chang's chicken. But moving on. They, decide to, use some of that gift certificate are at P.F. Chang's, just kind of wallowing in the defeat of Cartman, in the fact that they can't find the ballots. And that's when they are reminded that that's right, folks. It's Rockvember at Stevenson's Hummer. And they realize that's probably where the ballots are, and immediately begin to leave the dealership, leave for the dealership. But they're not the only ones heading there. General Tso and his lieutenants are heading there, as is Cartman, riding a tauntaun with police. And the salesman just thinks that his Rockvember his Rockvember is going to be fucking amazing, but it doesn't quite turn out that way. It turns out that it's all a meeting over Star Wars, as is explained once again by Morgan Freeman, who gets another freckle right before Stan hands over the ballots.
All right, let's go ahead here And we'll show the conclusion of that episode there. Last couple clips as Vernola talked about for all of us as they start here. As we start here at as we start here at CNN, they're gonna make that General Tso's chicken joke.
He was stolen.
We need everyone's help here. What you're looking for are big boxes of ballots, hundreds of them. Please check your basements, your attics,
And you claim that a General Tsao hired your friend Fat Ass to steal the ballots, but so far the Chinese are refusing to speak with us.
Yeah, well, probably because General Tso's chicken.
Is that it? Did he just... Yeah, Chris, we're getting confirmation. That was the millionth time. Excitement and revelry.
The funny thing is, like, the anchor, the news guy totally set him up for it. And you're saying about General Tso's? Well, General Tso's chicken.
That's right. It's the millionth time.
They're waiting to give away this gift card.
In South Park, as a little boy has just made the General Tso's chicken joke for the 1 millionth time.
What?
Little boy, the General Tso's chicken joke, a favorite for years. You've just hit the magic number. How's it feel?
What?
He's being presented with the check now, a $5,000 gift certificate to D.F. Chang's. This has been a long campaign, but someone's finally done it, Wolf.
Someone finally done it. They did it. They got their P.F. Chang's as they're chowing down here on the side of the road.
Well, we tried, dude. It just seems so unfair. People won't ever even know that the wrong man is in the White House. Well, I mean, look at it this way. Almost half the country did actually vote for Obama. If the election really just came down to a bunch of boxes Cartman stole, then it doesn't matter that much. It matters, Stan. It matters.
It does matter. Every vote matters. Every citizen's voice needs to be heard, and if they don't feel like they're being heard, then that kind of goes against the whole constitutional democratic process. So, yeah, it does matter, Stan. Vote or die. Haven't you learned, Stan?
Ho, 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 ho. Come on down to Stevenson Hummer for our big Christmas and Humvember sale. Not sure what...
Humvember. Hey, Scoop, are you going to get a Humvember? Have you ever gotten a Humvember, Scoop?
No.
No? Well, maybe you should get a Hummer in November. Get a Humvember.
I was going to say, that surprises me.
Yeah. I'm a little surprised by that, Scoop. Disappointed.
To get your loved one this holiday season? Why not give them a nice Hummer? Nothing beats a Hummer on Christmas morning.
Now, I have gotten a Hummer on my birthday and Christmas morning at the same time.
It's the same day, but
yeah,
yes.
I was gonna say, aren't you, like, born on Christmas?
Christmas Eve.
Oh, okay. I knew it was one or the other.
But you see, that's we can...
Well,
Stan, when's the last time you saw somebody drive a Hummer? Forever ago. Like 2010?
Yep, 2010.
Oh my God.
So, of course, across the street
Hey,
from Cafe Monet.
looking for a Hummer today? Got some 2009s here. Never been driven.
Got some 2009s. Never been driven.
Never been driven.
Nobody wanted to take them for a test ride, Vernola. Nobody cared after 2009. It was so 2008. So
Yeah, F-Zero 9s, yeah.
Ever. Go on, get out of here. Shoo.
Look! There they are!
Hey, hi there.
Kind of want to test drive one.
So kids show up. What is this? Like, why is he excited about kids? I don't know what he thinks the kids are going to buy a car.
You kids like Hummers, huh? Let me show you these babies.
We found it, you guys! Oh no, they followed us!
The Chinese Vernola mentioned. They've all followed the kids as well.
Oh, hell yes. Asians.
This guy.
Jesus.
He's like, hell yeah, I'm about to sell me a bunch of cars.
Hey, guys. Get out of our way.
No! These don't belong to you! They belong to the people!
I am tired of playing games. This little farce is over.
Now Cartman's on the right side of
with
justice.
a blaster.
He's on the right side of justice
I
now.
don't think so, so, General Chow. This way, officers.
Oh my God, it's a sales rush! Oh my God. Are those what I think they are?
Yes, we must show these to the public for democracy's sake, right, Cap?
Sir, we
Right there.
found something at the Hummer sales lot outside of town. You don't
Incredible
understand.
deals.
We are
With credible deals, that's true.
trying to protect the greatest film series ever made.
Protected?
What the hell is going on here? Perhaps I can explain it to
Perhaps Morgan Freeman he can show up and he can explain to you and get another freckle, yeah?
you. You see, it turns out the only reason the Chinese so desperately wanted Star Wars is because they're afraid that Disney might not be the right place for it. The Chinese simply want to guard Star Wars' impeccable legacy. Is that Morgan Freeman? And now we're at a crossroads. If these ballots are made public, then the man that people voted for will be president. But he will no doubt keep Star Wars from the Chinese and allow Disney to keep it instead. And so we have to ask ourselves, what's more important? That the right man is elected president, or that Star Wars is with people who will protect it most?
It's all the freckles.
So yes, as Joe, you started to allude there, when the cops are asking, what's going on? And he starts talking about the Hummer deals here.
Over.
Well, kid,
Well, if you put it that way.
Come in, Unit 4. What have you found?
nothing, sir. We just found some tremendous deals on cars nobody wants, that's all. Park now.
Perfect. Stand now. Burns the ballots.
No! But Obama wasn't really elected, don't you people care?
Nobody cares. Apparently, they only care about Star Wars. Obama. And that is how the episode.
Obama is president again.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for another edition of SMV, a South Park review. We did it. We got through the first 16 seasons, 248 episodes. It's been a crazy ride. We've appreciated you downloading. We're still coming back, of course, but I just want to say thank you for continuing to download the podcast. Check out our YouTube, hit that like and subscribe button. Shout out to Darren, helping us grow the YouTube stuff. Our numbers are up. I don't know if you guys seen the podcast. We've been averaging higher numbers on the pod on YouTube now. So it's been pretty cool to see that. Well, it's just our top 6 takeaways vids that we've been watching and putting out, and the top 10 takeaways. Check that out. More information to come. Next week, what happens when Cartman infiltrates the NSA and doesn't like what he finds in his personal file? It's the 17th season premiere. Let go, let gov. All right, will you get a shitter implanted in your head? Find out next week on another edition of SMB, a South Park review.